Hello everyone! Let's take a look at how to create a stop motion animation. To begin, you'll want to come up with your story, set up your video set. So you can see I have a background here. I also have a stand for my iPad. These stands happen to come with the cases. I only have about 4 of them. You can also lean your iPad against a table leg or a chair leg. You could even, tape to secure it. It's best to have the iPad in a stable position for photographing so that way it creates the best illusion. Your objects are going to appear that they are moving because the iPad is stable. If the iPad's also moving, it kind of takes away from that. The app that we're using to photograph is called Stop Motion. It will appear in different places depending upon the iPad, but it always looks like this blue icon. When you click to open it up, if you're starting a new animation, sorry, totally see my reflection, but let's get what you get here. If you're starting a new animation, you hit New Movie. If you've already started one and you've saved it, it should be in here. Notice if you don't title it, they say My Stop Motion Movie. That is a really big pain when you're trying to locate yours quickly, so you might want to make sure you always title yours. That's my good tip. Okay. So here is what the screen looks like. Sorry, I'm covering it with my finger somehow. Along the top here, there's a button for sound. It just makes a shutter sound when you click the photo, so you can keep that on or off. All of these 5 in a row here, they just change the white balance basically of the scene that you're filming. So I try not to play with those too much. If you do happen to move things around, just try to leave them back in the middle, or you can always hit the auto button. Okay. This camera will make a front facing, so it will use this front camera. Typically we are doing the rear camera so that we can see what we're filming. This button, it gives this option for green screen and remote camera, but again, these are things that we have not paid for. We're just using the free version of the app, so I wouldn't worry about that. This will give you the rule of thirds. So it puts in these grid lines. It can kind of help you just set up your composition if you really want to make a strong composition. You want to typically try to hit these 4 intersections with objects and balance them out a little bit, but you don't have to have that on. Sometimes the grid lines are a little bit too much. All right, on the bottom here, most of these, again, because we have the free version, you don't use, but the front and the back will help you get to all of your photos. When you take photos, they're going to end up all along here. So it's very happy and handy. It says tap here to take some pictures. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our stand down, and I'm going to, I think I got to turn it this way. Where's my camera? I have not used these iPads yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what you want to do when you're doing stop motion animation is you want to take a photo and move your objects in a very, very small way. So if I take a quick photo, I'm going to tap on my screen. Just if you tap your iPad, it helps you focus on the object. So I'll take a few and just show you. So if I move my little guy, just really small changes. And this is what's helpful when you work in teams of people, because one person can be doing the photographing and you can have 1 or 2 people manipulating and moving the characters. Okay. All right. So I took about 10 photos. Now you can see my photos are down here. And so to play the photos back, you hit the play button. If you have photos that you want to delete, like I want to delete this first video, you make sure that you slide it so it's in the purple box. And then, I'm trying to remember. Oh, there we go. When you hit on it, it gives you the option. You can delete. Another important button is the capture button. So if you decide, sometimes this happens where you feel like you missed a photo or one of the photos turns out blurry and you need to put a photo in between 2, you can go back to that menu again, hit the capture button, and then see how it puts the camera right there in between. Okay. All right. This button I said takes you back to the beginning. This goes to the end. I'm going to put the capture button at the end now. So there we go. That takes it out of the middle spot. So ideally you would take all of your photos that you need to take and you try to do it in one setting. There is one thing on here we do want to take a look at. That's this wheel. Click the wheel. All right, this is your frames per second, or FPS. For us, we're looking at 8 to 10 frames per second. So you can up that. Okay, I'm going to up it to 8. And then I'm going to play my movie and see how it looks. And so you can see it creates the illusion of that little wizard man going over to see the Santa man. So what we had talked about last year a lot was how to get the videos long enough in length. And so you can kind of think about, if I have 10 photos right now and it's 8 frames per second, I have just over a second worth of film. As you get more adept at this and your storylines get more complicated, the more photos you have, obviously the longer your movie is going to be. And so we've had some films in the past that have been 2 or 3 minutes, and there have been hundreds and hundreds of photos. And so some of these projects you're going to work on and you'll do in 1 class period. Some of the projects you're going to work on for 5 class periods, and you can create a really long, very amazing movie. Now, pretend my movie is done. Or at least I could be done working on it for the day. Remember I said you want to title it because they're all going to stay my stop motion movie. So I'll just call mine Santa. And then I want you to include the time of your class. So whether it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10, or 11 o'clock. All right. That way you can find it. Then we're going to hit this button. This is the export movie button. So we're going to export the movie. And we want to... Sometimes this will be here and sometimes it's not. If the copy to iMovie button is there, absolutely you want to click that. If it's not, for some reason some of the iPads don't have that linked together, just click the save video and it will save it to our device. We will later have to delete the movie. And so you end up having, let's see. Oh, I have a little issue with mine. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to sign into Apple ID. It's a new iPad. So we were back here at the upload button. I said export movie. If this button's here, I want you to use it. Copy to iMovie. And so it sends it and it plops it directly into iMovie, which is nice. If you did it the other way where you have to save it to the device, this is what the iMovie icon looks like. It's purple, it's got a star, and again, another little video camera in it. And so it's put in my movie. From this, you can add audio. So if you click audio, there's theme music, there's sound effects, which everybody loves. You know, you can turn up a little bit. There. Okay. And then if I wanted to use one of those sound effects, you know, you slide the movie. Mine's really short. Yours will be much longer. But you can slide the movie to the part where you want it. And you can put in, use bell tower. You can even, you know, adjust this so that it's shorter. I mean, you really can manipulate. Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. You can adjust it so it's shorter so you can manipulate it. You can add in a title page. So if you go back here, you can hit the button that says titles. And then you can put like text in. And then you just click on it to add what the title is going to be. You can even add blank pages in so that you can then you could have like a blank screen where it has the title page on it. Okay, so again, this is really short. It's not the best iMovie tutorial. I apologize for that. Just trying to think of getting all the bases covered for you. It also, on the title, it gives you options, opening, middle, closing. There's a lot of different ones. You can add filters. You can change the speed of things. You can split clips. You can detach audio. I mean, there's a lot of different things. And as you guys come through this course and you play with it, you're going to gain a lot more confidence in this and be able to do the other items. Another thing that you want to know about, oh, here it is. This is how I did it. Sorry. I haven't done this since last summer. Okay. Here's how you can get a title photo. And so it could be a blank photo. And we talked about it, like if you just set it down on the table, you can get a black screen. You could also take a picture of your objects. I'll just do the black screen. Oh, there's a photo and there's a video, and I often forget about that. But if you switch it to photo and just take a picture and then hit use photo, it gives you a black screen at the beginning, and then that is the one that's really fun to put a title on. So if you can change all of these, you can add different sound effects that happen. We'll just call that Santa. Okay. And you would obviously change all of those. All right, going back over here where I was. The record button. If you want to record your own voice, see how it says ready to record. We often, if it gets too loud in the classroom, which it's usually not, but you can record in the hallway. And so right now it's ready to record, so I could hit the record button. Hello, Santa. Let's see, it's pretty quick. All right. So if you don't like your recording, you can always touch it. You can always get rid of it. Oh, here, actually, before you even do that, cancel, retake, review, accept. So it gives you the options. If you don't like it, then you can obviously hit cancel, and then it takes it off of there. So when you're completely finished with this, you hit the done button. This is kind of the same thing as where it says my stop motion movie. In iMovie, it's always going to say my movie. So add that same title. So this would be Santa 8. So if it's the title of the movie Santa, 8 is the hour of the class. Do that. And then after you do that, we are on the next upload. It's a lot of layers, a lot of steps. And this time you are uploading to YouTube. And with this, having never gone through the process again, you would bring it to me. I sign into my YouTube account, and we put this as part of our animation class on my Mrs. Belzer page. Okay, this was not the best video. Lots of information to go through, but hopefully this just helps you kind of work your way through all of those different apps and all the different controls and settings. Obviously, if you have questions, ask me anything, and I look forward to working with you.